taken me in and kind of been family to me since I've been here. And so I'm grateful for them. They're great people, and I'm sure all my other teammates would say the same, that she's our mother while we're here in Kentucky to be there for us.
Well, for you too, like the adjustment's a little different with your faith. You know, you have her and you have Coach to lean on. That's got to be a really nice thing.
100%. They're always there to support, and that's always been my support, is my family, and with my faith growing up to talk about and learn about. And we do talk about faith here, but it is nice to have kind of more mentors that can help to teach and encourage while we're here. So I'm so grateful for them.
I'm sure you've been asked a lot today about the ramp up and coming back from your mission and those kind of things, but can you just tell me about what it was like to come back and then get in the swing of things? And then Coach Pope said you had an injury, but it looks like yesterday you were full swing and going all out. So can you just talk about that process?
Yeah, it was, as everyone would imagine, it's tough getting back into basketball shape after not being full go for 2 years. But I think the hardest part for me was just being patient. When I watch basketball, it makes me want to play so much. It brings out the passion that I have about it. And so that was the toughest part. But now it's made me even more grateful to be playing. To have the feeling of not playing just, I think, helps me understand the joy that I do feel while I do play. I don't take it for granted the time that I get out there now. So that's what I learned from the ramp up process.
In what areas do you think that your game has grown since your high school days of going full go?
The big thing for me has been playing as, I don't know how good this sounds, but playing off 2 feet has been something that has been emphasized to me, is slowing down, always being under control, playing with 2 feet. And that's been, I think, the biggest thing that my game has changed and grown since being here, is being a smarter basketball player, playing under control, keeping possessions alive. That's been the best thing for me so far.
2 years off is kind of rare, but do you think it maybe helped? I mean, your body's probably matured, your mentality's probably matured a little bit in those 2 years. Are there any benefits to that?
Definitely. My body has definitely matured. I'm probably 25 pounds heavier than I was 2 years ago. And I think just mentally I'm a lot stronger now. I think the 2 years away gave me a lot of perspective into really just my life, and knowing that basketball isn't everything, that the joy that I feel in life it's not dependent upon my performance. Whereas in the past it has been. If I'm not playing good, then I'm not happy. And that's been something that has helped me a lot since being home.
I heard somebody saying you were the perfect fit for Mark. Tell me about how you guys connected in the recruiting process.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt that from going through the recruiting process and talking to Coach Pope, I've always felt like my game would grow the most as I learned from him. I just felt like the way that he thought about the game always kind of drew me in, and I've always had the feeling that I've had a lot to learn from him. And since being here, that's been very true.
More than just shooting?
A lot more than just shooting, just the way he thinks the game. And there's a reason why we're going to get so many shots, is there's so many things that go into that, and not just giving you the green light to go shoot, but all of the different offense that is put into that, the different schemes that we have open that up. And I think that's sometimes overlooked. It's just the genius of the offense that we're going to run.
You talked a lot about being on a mission trip. Has that helped you with homesickness here? Because a lot of kids, when they're as far away as you are, get a little homesick, but you're a traveler now.
Yeah, that's true. I think the first time that I left home was a little bit tough, and so I kind of understand what people leaving home for the first time kind of feel. But at this point, it kind of felt like I haven't really gone home, if that makes any sense. Like, I came home for a few weeks from England and then came right out here, so it kind of feels like I haven't really went home, which I have, but if that makes any sense.
You haven't settled back in.
Yeah. Right. And so I've been adjusting good here to Kentucky, is what I feel.
Collin, you've taken so many leaps of faith in your time in the basketball career. you were the first commitment for Pope, just how scary was that to kind of just dive in head first and say, I'm following you to Lexington one way or another?
Yeah, I've always known that I wanted to play for Coach Pope ever since years back, 3 or 4 years. I've always known I wanted to play with him, wherever that took me to BYU. I wanted to play for Coach Pope. And so when he came to Kentucky, I knew right then that I was going to come follow him because that's who I wanted to learn from. And just being here in Kentucky is the greatest addition to that. I love being here, and I love the people that Coach Pope has brought in. My teammates are amazing, and I'm grateful that Coach Pope has brought all these guys together so we can experience together.
Where were you when you heard Coach Pope had been hired? Where were you when you heard he was hired here?
I was still in England. I was still a missionary when I heard everything went down, and so everything kind of came all at once to me, and I was obviously focused on something else at the moment, but it was a decision that I had to make out there, is what I felt. And it was a little bit of a whirlwind because everything that I had, I guess, seen in my future was gone. It was different, I would say, and so I was excited about that.
Did you have a moment of, oh my goodness, I'm going to Kentucky, or did you say, I hope Coach Pope wants me to come with him to Kentucky?
Yeah, well, that was my first feeling, was like, that's great for Coach Pope, until he reached out and said he wanted me to follow him, and right then I was in. The next day I told him I'm coming. So yeah, I'm excited to go on this journey.
Is there much of a wait between him getting hired and him reaching out to you?
It was right then before he had actually come. So after he had actually signed and everything, he wasn't allowed to talk to me. So there's a few days where I wasn't able to talk to him. So I had that time to talk with my family about the decision I was going to make.
You mentioned all the players Coach brought in. You guys are all new here to Kentucky, really. Tell us what you think the strengths of this team is, and how do you guys bond together on the course?
Yeah, well, I think what's come as a surprise to me is how fast everyone was able to come together and get to know each other. I felt like everybody's put in effort to getting to know each other, gotten out of their comfort zones, because it's definitely not comfortable for all of us to come and meet a bunch of new people. But that went a lot, I bet, as smooth as we could have asked for. And so that just, I think, is going to show on the court. I think all of BBN is going to see that. The relationships that we've found and built are all going to come together on the court. And
coming in as a freshman, people don't understand how hard that is, especially when you're coming into college. Like, these are grown men playing out here. Now they're playing for money. It's a lot different game. Like, it's hard to be prepared as a freshman coming in here. So definitely being a veteran, it pays off a lot, especially when it comes to times later in the season, like March Madness, stuff like that. You know, when you're older and stuff like that, you always have the confidence that you always bring home the victory. So it just helps for sure.
Ansley, who's your basketball GOAT? You only can choose one player.
My personal GOAT, I'm gonna probably say Carmelo Anthony, but I think the best player of all time is LeBron.
Okay, why Carmelo Anthony?
I'm in New York. I'm from New York. You know, he came to the Knicks. He brought us back to life when
good times.
Yeah, he brought us back to life when he was down in the dumps. So you know, he inspired a lot of kids, me included. So I always look up to him and, you know, appreciate what he did for us.
Thank you.
Are you a Knicks fan then?
Yeah.
So are you happy that Carl is joined the
Yeah, I think that's a big move for us. I think that'll definitely help us for sure.
Yeah. Did you watch Carl growing up at all when he was at Kentucky?
Yeah, definitely. It was nice that year. That was 2015, right? Mm-hmm. Also Wisconsin. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, definitely did.
So take me back to your recruitment when you went into the transfer portal. You know, how quickly did Kentucky kind of reach out, and what was the communication level like, and how quickly did it pick up?
You know, Kentucky actually reached out pretty late because, you know, Coach Pope, we got the job pretty late in the cycle. So that was towards it. Like, I committed like a week after I got contacted by them. Everything happened quick when it came to them. They reached out to me late, but once they reached out to me, I could tell that they were really interested. So, yeah.
This team has so much experience around it, but no one really here has played a game for Kentucky. What have you had to learn about what this program is this offseason?
Yeah, sorry.
No, what have you had to learn about what Kentucky basketball is, despite the fact this team has so much experience with it?
I've had to learn like what we represent is more than what people may just think. Like we represent a whole state. There's people in different parts of the state that really look up to us, and we inspire them. So it means a lot to be able to put this jersey on and represent so many people that look up to us.
Just for your individual role this coming season, just how do you see yourself fitting in, and kind of where do you think your strengths will be when the season starts?
I feel like I fit in pretty well. You know, that's why Coach recruited me. I feel like in his system, I'm a perfect fit. Whenever Coach calls on my name, I'll be able to go out there and do whatever I need to do to help the team win and stuff like that. I feel like there's no like specific carved out roles. You know, it's still kind of early for us to really say that. I feel like when games start playing, we'll be able to say the exact roles when. But as of right now, I feel like, you know, we got a good team, and we're all gonna go out there and try to help us win.
Pope said in the press conference that you are the perfect fit. That was the word he used, was perfect fit for what his system is. What is that fit? You know, why do you think you are a perfect fit for his system?
You know, I feel like my skills that I bring to the table is something that he values a lot, especially in his system. I also feel like my leadership and me being a veteran helps his team a lot. You know, just being vocal, trying to help guys out and stuff like that. I feel like that helps too, besides just my shot making ability. You know, I feel like I help in other ways besides just on the court, stuff off the court, you know?
As being a vocal leader, is that a role that you've kind of taken on, especially because everyone's new here and really Jackson's the only guy that's played for him?
Yeah, I feel like that's something that's pretty new for me. But he's asked me to try to step up and, you know, help him in that way. So that's something I've definitely taken on as an older player, trying to be more vocal this year. And I feel like I've done that pretty well.
But that's something he kind of tries to get you all to do, though, right? And so to be able to be a vocal leader, you also have to be receptive to somebody correcting you as well, right? And I think that's what he tries to get you all to do. Have you seen that take shape with this team?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, there's times where he tells us, "You guys talk." He'll bring us in the huddle and he's like, "Well, you guys to figure this out. You guys say what happened wrong, what happened right. You guys talk to each other. Don't look at me. Don't look at anybody else." So I feel like that helps us a lot. You know, just having each other's back, and you know, even calling each other out when somebody's doing wrong, but not being like to the point where you're just being negative. You know, you just constructive criticism.
Other than basketball, what is your favorite thing about Kentucky so far?
People here are really nice. I feel like they're very welcoming and they're nice. They're supportive of us, at least so far. So I think that's been pretty good.
So for guys like Travis and Trent, you know, they grew up in Kentucky, they dreamt of playing for Kentucky, but I heard you grew up a Kentucky fan too.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, you know, obviously Kentucky is like the mecca of college basketball. You look at Kentucky, you look at all the championships they have, all the NBA players they produce, and just the fan base, and you know, all the history behind this program. So obviously growing up, watching that, you know, you want to be a part of that. You like playing basketball, you always want to go to the highest level, and when it comes to college, Kentucky is the highest level of college basketball. So growing up, I had like a little poster of a Kentucky logo in front of my bed, so every day I woke up, I would see it, you know, because that's where I wanted to be, and just envisioning me putting on that jersey one day down here.
Do you have any favorite players that you follow?
Oh yeah, Isaiah Briscoe was my favorite player that came here because he's from Jersey, and he was like
Kobe Bryant said that too. He mentioned Briscoe as one.
Nah, because he was like literally an idol. Like he was so great in high school. Like he was like, every game was sold out. I want to go to a high school game, I couldn't get tickets or sold out. He was just it, man. Like he was it. That was my favorite player for sure.
Did you get to know him?
Did I what?
Did you get to know him ever? Or?
Nah, not really. I didn't get to know him. Probably soon though. But yeah, I didn't get to know him. I know a lot of people who know him and stuff. We got mutuals, but I didn't get to know him. He was a little older than me. But yeah, definitely Isaiah Briscoe.
Well, after waking up and seeing that UK logo as a kid, how cool is it going to be to put the jersey on and play for Kentucky?
Nah, yeah, it's definitely surreal. It's something that, you know, I've been dreaming of. I've been working for my whole life. So it means a lot that I'm able to be here and, you know, represent these people.
We've been used to.
Yeah, I feel like we look elite. So like, I'll say a lot of outside shots, like threes, you know. A lot of like wedging and stuff like that, and getting up and down and all that. Just a whole bunch of fast pace and threes.
Is it as fun as everybody keeps saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What's the best part? What's the best aspect of the offense being able to play on the floor?
Well, for me, I'll say like just the balls in my hand a lot. So
yeah,
of course that would be fun for me. So I say that. Yeah.
Did it surprise you that the ball was going to be in your hand, or in the big guy's hands as much as it has been?
A little bit, but like, you know, while he was recruiting me and stuff, he like poured that into me. So, you know, I was really like coming in to expecting that. So yeah.
The fact that your coach was a big, that had to help a little, right?
Yeah. Nah, yeah, for sure. You know, just him coming in drills, helping me and Amari with like little things that helped him out while he was here playing and helped get him to the league. So yeah.
He always jokes about being the worst player in the NBA.
Yeah.
But he was in the NBA. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that gives him credit, right?
Yeah. You know, he jokes with us. That's his favorite thing to say. But I'm like, dude, like you was killing here, and then you was in the league for a long time, had a good career. I'm like, you can't be that bad.
Yeah. What is it though that helped him sell you on making this move?
Just like when we first started talking, just him like telling me how he could help me, and like just like I feel like the biggest thing is just him being in my position. Like, you know, it's not a lot of head coaches that are like just bigs, and like, so I feel like that dragged me along pretty well.
You guys are given a green light. You know, maybe not every green light, but still, as a big, watching you last night, you're comfortable in the low post. Can get out on the floor. You feel like that's a strength of your game?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I feel like that's a strength that he's allowed me to like explore stuff. So yeah.
I noticed speaking of pro day, you hit back-to-back pull-up threes on one of the little fast break drills. Is something you're still trying to add to your game, or where are you with trying to expand your range a little bit?
No, yeah, for sure. You know, just me coming to the gym at night, just getting up threes, because that's another thing I need to add to my game if I want to be able to get to the next level. So just trying to expand that part.
You have a really clean-looking shot too. Is that something you've really worked on, or have you just kind of always had a fluid?
I feel like I always been having like a fluent shot. It's just like I never just really shot it like that, like a three or something, like mid-range, yeah, but like just outside the arc, I'll say yeah.
You like being a rim protector here, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's my bread and butter. So yeah.
So what's it like banging around with Amari? I mean, how much is that making you a better player?
I feel like it's been helping me a lot. You know, his physical presence, him being deployed 3 times. I feel like it's just helping me on my offensive game and just overall as a player for when we get ready for the season. Like if I see a dude like him, I'm already ready.
Going back to pro day, there was a moment where you were doing you had to defend 5 or 4 of your teammates in 5 seconds or something like that. None of them scored. You blocked one of them, blocked Ansley in the corner. I'm sure you remember what I'm talking about now. Shot blocking is obviously your main, that's kind of what you're known for. But how important is it to be able to move your feet and stay wide and not let guys pass? How important is that to your ability to be a good defender?
No, for sure. That's a big thing for bigs. I'll say if you want to get to the next level or just be a better ball player, or just go play pro overseas. Like you got to be able to show coaches you can step outside the arc and guard 1 through 5 and just move your feet, be wide, and have good feet overall. So yeah.
Is that something you expect the defensive system is going to allow you to switch onto ones and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. You know, some of our play calls from Coach AB, he allows us to show that. So yeah.
Okay. And then, sorry, I got one more. Operating from the top of the key on offense, you and Amari, how often do you all do that in practice? Is that something that you think will be a big staple of y'all's offense?
Yeah, no, for sure. That's I say that's really our offense. Well, not all our offense, of course, but that's the main part. Just the bigs have the ball in their hands, just running it, or at least starting off the play like that. So yeah.
When did you hit 6'10"? Are you still growing?
I'll say my senior year. I'm not sure. I don't know. I hope so, low-key.
Kentucky basketball is a huge brand. What are some of your earliest memories about Kentucky basketball?
About just overall?
Yeah, overall. Any players that stick out to you?
Yeah. I used to watch Shea. You know Shea?
Yeah.
So I used to watch him a lot while he was here, and just his come up and how he was he wasn't the star player, and then he just had the breakout game, and ever since then it's been Shea. So yeah.
Now you got to be honest. Everybody who's not from here hates Kentucky. You were cheering against them, right, when they were playing St. Peter's and Oakland. Come on, be honest.
No, I don't think I was.
Everybody
I
loves
just
the underdog.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But I used to just watch the games and see who won for real. So yeah.
Okay, all right.